Okay, for TowerCity, this is a great lesson, almost like two-point perspective. We're going to be looking up. We're going to change our point of view. So down here at the bottom, very lightly, we'll start with a horizon line. And now, it's a strange angle for me, because to me, this is straight across my paper right there. That's horizontal, and to you, that's slanting downhill on your TV monitor. So I got it because of the camera angle. So I'll be moving my paper quite a bit to make sure it's even for you. So there's that straight line. There's the ground. We're going to look up at these buildings. So I'm going to make my buildings pretty tall, and I want to draw these straight lines coming down from the top, okay? So I'm going to draw a line and kind of keep my eye on the TV monitor, make sure it's straight. Now this should be, this line right here, it should be straight up and down, okay? It should be parallel with the side of your monitor over here. See, this line right here should be parallel straight up and down. This line is perpendicular to this line. This line and this line are parallel. This line and this line are parallel, okay? Now let's look up at this building. Let's angle it down here. Look at, see, you're like that. Here you are. You're a little bug right here. You're my student. You're my little bug. Hello. I'm a little student bug right here. And you're looking up and you see this giant tower, the beginning of TowerCity, okay? And this is a fun lesson talking about two-point perspective. Now, the word perspective, the root of it is spec. It's rooted in Latin. It's an ancient language. Latin, not even spoken anymore, just used a little bit in the science world. But Latin is the root of so much of our language. And the word perspective, means to see. So what I'm going to do is use that perspective, or this looking up perspective, to see it at a different point of view, from the bug's point of view. We're looking up at this. Here's your eye level right here. So now I'm going to put another tower, and this one, look at this one. I'll make this one disappear right behind that first tower. We'll just draw all these towers here. Look at this. All these parallel lines with the side of your paper, the side of your computer screen, and the thickness. So you're looking up, and it gets, here's size. This is larger, and it gets smaller. Now let's do another building over here. I'm going to do another really tall one. Watch this. I'll do a tall one over here, another tall one, a couple short ones, a tall one, maybe a short one here. Just put a bunch of different lines, and then we'll add shading, okay? Now for this one, I'm going to make this, angle it down. We're going to follow these lines down here. I'm just going to use these guidelines right here. Now later on in future lessons, I'll talk about two-point perspective. There's that word spec again, to see a different angle. These lines would eventually go off to a vanishing point, but I'll tell you about that later. For right now, just angle them down right here. There's no need to line them up just for right now. Well, this is just a great warm-up exercise, getting used to a different point of view for looking up perspective. Let's go ahead and do the same thing. We'll draw this one. I'm going to tuck this building back behind here. It's overlapping. This is in front of this. This is in front of this. Look, it's like downtown Chicago. Look at that. Now right here, I'm going to draw another thickness over here. It doesn't matter. The slant could be slanted more or less. We're just having a nice, fun cityscape. The city, the towers here. Oh, look at this one. I'm going to put this in front. Watch this. I'm going to take this one and draw this one. Angle it downhill. Come on down like this. Look, isn't that fun? Now, let's go back to that word perspective. Let's go back to the Latin root, spec, to see. My glasses, these right here, people used to call them spectacles, right? Spectacles. So when you go to a game, baseball or football or soccer game, you're spectators, right? You're to see something, to see an event. Spectacular, to see fireworks, a spectacle. A spectacular event, to see something extraordinary. Perspective, to see a different angle. Spectacles, to see clearly. All these root words in spec. So that's interesting. If you study drawing, you learn so many other things as you're learning drawing. You learn language, you learn geography, you learn things about literature, you learn things about what things are, where things are located, how they work, how they fit together. That's what drawing in 3D is all about, the science of drawing. Now the sun's coming down over here, so let's shade. Look, the sun's up here. Let's shade over here. Okay, I just thought of another spec word. Inspection, right? To see the details, inspect it, to see the clues, to inspect something. Can you think of any more root words that are use the word spec in it? Spectacular, spectacle, spectator. Can you think of any back there? And I'm asking my camera crew here. Anything with the word spec in it is rooted in, except for like a dust speck. I'm thinking of Horton Hears a Who. I always go back to Seuss, one of my heroes of all time. Okay, let's put, here, I'm shading the side opposite the light. This one we're just going to have the same value, the same tone. You don't even need to blend this one. See this? You can blend it to make it neater. But I'm using the side of my pencil to show you this wonderful little cityscape here. Isn't that cool? Shade all the way down the side. Now I'm going to talk about another word called proportion. If I put big windows on these buildings, it'd make the buildings look small. But if I put little tiny windows, watch this, I'm going to get a pencil with a more rounded tip here. Watch this, if I put little windows up here, just a few, look at that, just a few windows, and put a few more windows here, little groups, little clusters of them, okay? And of course, my windows, I'm keeping them lined up like this. See, they're lined up with the top of the building. Just a few here, a few on this side, just a few here and there. Just a few. It gives it this illusion that there's thousands of windows. See, and group them together. Just a few windows here, a few here, okay? All kinds of windows, and this is, look at, here you are, you're looking at the beautiful view up here. You're on top looking at this wonderful city that's really windy. There's your hair blowing and you're waving to everybody. Hey, Mom. Hey, cool, look at me, yay. There, that's good. Thanks. He's zooming in to show you the guy, but I was just throwing some details in here. Well, I'm going to pull out, pull back just a bit, see, and you can add more details, but I want to show you some student examples. All right, take a look at these. This is your beginning point. This is just the starting point. Now go home, or if you're at your home, just practice these ideas. Look at this. Here's a student drawing. I kept it in the plastic drawing, but look at marshmallows. Here's King Marshmallow, Marshmallow Kong, King Kong, Marshmallow Kong. Look at the flags. Now, interesting, this illusion that you could have flipped this flag and looked up at it. But I like that. I like the flag. It's just it's the wrong perspective. Now, look at this. Here's your horizon line. Aren't those neat? Look at little details back here, little skateboard ramps. Below the eye level, you see the top of the lake. You see the top of the marshmallow. Looking up, you see the top of the buildings like that. See, above your eye level, below your eye level. Pretty cool. Let me show you another drawing. Same thing. This is the marshmallow theme this week. Okay, this was by Billy, homework by Billy. See, homework by Billy. There's the marshmallow top. But look at this cool building. Isn't that neat building? Now that is creative. Look at the bricks. Look at the windows. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Try to get the glare off it. Very cool ideas. Good job, Billy. And here's Jacob. All right, I just showed you Jacob. Here is, uh-oh, do I see a name? No name. Teresa, didn't put your name, but look at the color. Look at looking up. Here's the horizon curving like the building. Put a pencil rocket. Wonderful use of color. Shadow under the Saturn. Look at the background. Look at little details down at the bottom here. Isn't that neat? But look at that building here. And let me show you another one. Now look at this. This is so cool. You want to zoom in on this so they can see it? Right, there's good. All right, now they took this student right here, Paul, took a roll of register paper, calculator paper, right? Look at this. Or Pam did. I'm sorry. This is the parents of one of my students. But look at that. Isn't that fun? Right in front of my buildings. Look at that. Look how long that goes. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. Look at this church. It's like New York City. Look at the trees. Oh, look at that. Kind of looks like Seattle right there. Could be any city. Look at that. Awesome. I'm going to go back just to show you one more time. I like the church. Look, it's hard to pick a favorite spot. Isn't that neat? Gives you an idea what to do, huh? You can zoom in on your computer and take a close look at that. Some neat stuff all the way in, and it starts from the very beginning. Nice long roll here, okay? So you can use that too. Way to go, awesome job. Pull back so you take one good long, that's perfect right there. Excellent warm-up drawing, and I'll see you on the next lesson. Yeah.